going to take this round, but I can definitely see both these players getting neck and neck to the best they can. Oh god, but WESTL's already starting to make plenty of misreps right there. This is not really good for WESTL already.
That's a very quick start from FORTISSIM. I mean, it is game 1. Anything can happen still. We still have this possibility.
Yeah, WESTL's starting to make already game-starting mistakes, but FORTISSIM is clearly keeping it pretty comfy with that 7-2 board.
WESTL keeping the board clean, still able to come through with this. Has a bit of an L misdrop, but able to count to 4 on top of that. Has a nice T-spin double to keep that back-to-back. Has to break it there because of that misdrop, though. WESTL starting to find a way out. FORTISSIM is closer to the top. Situation's looking a little scary.
Oh, but FORTISSIM is just slowly starting to keep themselves back on, but the pressure from WESTL is already enough to secure the round.
Yeah, see, WESTL immediately not immediately, but taking that point back with a pretty good show. Not going to back down without a fight. Bit of a bad misdrop of that eyepiece. Screws up the opener, unfortunately.
And FORTISSIM is able to roam free with their own board, while WESTL has the
and that L misdrop.
But all these mistakes seem to really not stop for WESTL, so this is definitely going to be a pretty big struggle for them. WESTL going to go with the 9-0. What is that?
I saw the setup for an overhang. That was very good foresight from WESTL. Unfortunately, only got a single from that though. FORTISSIM setting up some nice TSDs, just doing a quick combo to get to the bottom.
It's playing it low.
Pretty sizable spike.
Yeah, that looks pretty big, and WESTL's not going to do much with that, especially with that eye misdrop. FORTISSIM is clearly going to have to wait a bit in order to send just enough to kill WESTL, but WESTL is making plenty of setups right there, especially like that one.
Close to the top. WESTL just does not have the right pieces. Gonna top out there at FORTISSIM, taking another game away. Currently 1-3 for FORTISSIM.
WESTL is really starting to signs. But hang on.
That was a pretty good perfect clear, but FORTISSIM sending a nice counter spike. However, it is a lot of clean garbage. Nice 7-2. WESTL's gonna take that to his advantage. Taking another point.
Brushing all of the rust off. WESTL is just feeling pretty confident about the openers he's just taking, especially with the PC setups.
Good perfect clear there, and then proceeds to loop it. It seems misses it there, but gets it with the next one. Ooh, and that Z misdrop I think is going to cut it short.
But WESTL is just really starting to struggle a lot.
Things are looking a little looking a little scary for WESTL. Manages to find an out. Nice 21 spike from WESTL. Ooh, close to the top.
Barely makes it out.
Yeah, keeps that quad, but no, it's gonna be the end for this one.
It feels as if FORTISSIM is just showing a lot more efficiency compared to WESTL, which he clearly seems to be having a hard time trying to maintain, especially at this kind of speed, which Fort is clearly taking advantage of. But even then, WESTL can still secure rounds like that just from damage alone.
Yeah, WESTL still behind here, but not out of it. It's going to keep a close second behind. Really creeping up here on FORTISSIM.
Very good STSD from Fort. Gonna really find a lot of options with this 9-0 stack, while WESTL has to delay, and both of these players in a fairly neutral spot right now. WESTL is just...
Ooh, that S misdrop. Manages to work around it, but that's gonna slow him down a little bit. Manages just to clear it up and act like there's nothing there. Really waiting out, really held out for that Z for the T-spin.
And WESTL is clearly trying to keep themselves together, especially with these setups.
Ooh.
Very good switchback by
Triple kick.
WESTL.
Okay. And then there's the C-spin. Very, very good stuff. Very good plays from WESTL here. My goodness.
It seems like all of that show, but even then, look at how much back he's holding.
FORTISSIM managing to keep it through until the very end there. Fort drops there. Now it's 4-4.
Fort just gonna believe their eyes. They're just witnessing pure damage on the spot, and WESTL is really taking so much of it.
Ooh, that's an all clear. quickly taking back the lead, saying, "No, I'm not dealing with this."
The 5-second round given to Fort, and that breaks the tie already. WESTL and Fort not finding.
WESTL, I think, WESTL was kind of fishing for the PC a little longer than probably should have, but now it's just time to focus.
Both of these players like to play just as similarly, but I feel like WESTL would be more comparable to OSW. But even then, when it comes to PC finding, I'd definitely say Fort and WESTL have their own similar traits.
And look at that spike. Very good stuff. Keeping that back-to-back chain going. Worked well for WESTL.
It looks like Fort is going to have to try to break this back-to-back again in order to keep this going. Finding the PC loop. And the extra
it's going to keep going, but and WESTL it wasn't prepared for that. Didn't have the pieces.
330 APM at 5.6 PPS. Fort, of course, being your former world record holder for the Blitz category in Tetrio, showing how powerful PC looping can be if in the right hands and the right tempo. WESTL is clearly starting to adapt to this sort of thing, unless Fort makes one minor mistake that could give WESTL ability, but those misdrops by WESTL.
Yeah, WESTL's going to have that one L misdrop. You know, another important thing to note here is that FORTISSIM really needs this win in order to get some more points, because currently has another 4th place standing from Crimson Coliseum happening earlier in August. And in order to get rid of that, FORTISSIM needs a 3rd place placement. And this is the match that determines whether or not that happens.
FORTISSIM with the mid-game PC being able to find just a bit of damage to WESTL now. WESTL is trying to fix a very eye-dependent board, trying to look for in order to dig down, but WESTL seems to play just as neutral as he wants them to be, while FORTISSIM is gonna get started with a bit of downstacking, a bit of cheese for WESTL.
Yeah, WESTL has a lot of cheese to deal with. Manages to get through a good chunk of it though. We're gonna see what FORTISSIM does here exactly. WESTL tried to set up an SDSD, just did not have the lines for it, but might not matter. No, FORTISSIM's gonna find a quick downstack, immediately tops out WESTL. Wow.
That was a nutty attack by
What a counter spike, my goodness.
That was a very good play by Fort, and is able to take the 2-point lead afterwards.
There's an all clear from WESTL, then a color clear.
Very good foresight by them, but of course going to continue on with the... Are you meching? Are you meching in losers semis, WESTL?
I mean, it's even that back-to-back going. You gotta do what you can.
I mean, you ain't wrong. But even then, I am genuinely surprised he just finds that kind of mid.
Whatever works to keep your back-to-back going is really all that matters.
Either way, FORTISSIM is just really starting to show a lot of ammunition on their board right now. Gonna be able to set the mini.
And then, WESTL's board was just looking real messy there.
So that's already enough to kick the boy down. Very unfortunate for WESTL. The misdrops and then the Kaiden into quad combo with the 9-0 by Fort is really enough to set them back down. Now WESTL.
Oh yeah, and those misdrops on WESTL's board. FORTISSIM's going to take another quick game. 4 points ahead, and now 5-9 for FORTISSIM. Slowly approaching match point here.
WESTL is really needing to play just a bit slower than ever, and I know that sounds really strange to hear coming from a player like WESTL, but it definitely seems like all these misdrops are just not working out in their favor, while FORTISSIM gets to run scot-free with all of that damage. 200.
Both players just immediately doing like a lot of down stacking there, just to the point where like nothing was really sent. Yeah. But WESTL here making a comeback.
69. Anyways. Either way, WESTL is gonna continue on with their own opener of choice, but WESTL is gonna.
Ooh, and those misdrops.
So many misdrops.
Yep, FORTISSIM. This is now FORTISSIM's chance. Will he be able to take a at least guaranteed third place segment? Or will WESTL be able to take that away with a comeback? It's entirely possible that either outcome will happen. We just need to really wait and see.
WESTL is really starting to set up a very T-spin-centric board, while Fort just continues on with a very clean 9-0.
WESTL's close to the top there. It's looking a little scary. Manages to downstack it thanks to the clean garbage well that FORTISSIM gave.
Very good.
FORTISSIM's board isn't looking the best. Not going to be able to send too much garbage. WESTL has the perfect opportunity to send a nice amount of garbage.
Oh my god, very good switchback by WESTL. Oh god.
WESTL with these switchbacks. Goodness.
We've seen so much of it. It definitely looks like WESTL was going for another STSD earlier. Now FORTISSIM is getting sent so much garbage. It seems very unbearable for them, but WESTL is not really doing much to kill FORTISSIM ASAP, and all this garbage being sent back to him is really starting to slow.
Oh, look at this. The garbage queue is lethal. WESTL's going to take another point. 7-10. WESTL can close this gap, just needs 4 more wins in order to get this and take it away from FORTISSIM.
FORTISSIM is really starting to continue on with their opener of choice. I'm not sure if it even has a name, but FORTISSIM really likes to perform it when he has the bag for it. Now WESTL is just looking to find plenty of down stacks.
WESTL's kind of just freestyling right now as he waits for garbage from FORTISSIM.
And looking at FORTISSIM right now, he's definitely finding a lot of floatings and the STSP afterwards.
WESTL was keeping a pretty decent back-to-back there.
Look at all these floatings.
Oh, nice 180 tuck from WESTL.
Indeed.
Getting that J in for the T-spin.
But Fort is still going with theirs.
Yeah, FORTISSIM has to cut it short, unfortunately, with that single skim. But we'll have to see if there's any chances to send a huge spike of garbage. Neither player has a back-to-back chain quite yet, but WESTL is going to still send a nice 16. FORTISSIM has to do something else here.
Very good multiplier spike by FORTISSIM being able to send 16 lines.
Oh, look at that cheese! That's it's not looking too hot for WESTL, especially with that S misdrop.
WESTL needs to dig down so much.
All right, manages to dig down to the clean stuff.
WESTL is really. Oh no, WESTL! Those L misdrops not L's. The J misdrops just look so severe, but WESTL's already
manages to shrug it off. That board state, that queue is too much. FORTISSIM is going to be able to take it and move on to winners finals. WESTL, unfortunately, getting out at 4th, but that's still nothing. That's still good for WESTL, being overall his best tournament placement so far in the TWC qualifiers.